King Kong ain't got shit on it.
Indeed. Indeed. Late night action. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Cushion Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. I managed to get in late night episode. It's been a minute since I got a good little late night episode here. So for tonight, I want to give some attention to somebody I feel who has gotten looked over a little bit this here week, especially this here weekend. Pharrell. There's been very little talk about Pharrell other than if he qualifies as a super producer or not, which is, it's in my opinion, a stupid question. So when I sat and I'm getting everything together to figure out how I'm gonna do this video, while I'm watching TV, this topic got broached in a different way that I found more creative than the way I was gonna go about it. So instead of just piecing my own little thing together, I'm gonna react to the same topic and give the credit to the person who caught the topic or the idea of it sooner than me, and in my opinion, a better way to me. So like I said, we're gonna talk about Pharrell and his contributions to this Clips album and hypothesize about Pharrell in a slightly different context. So let me throw these ears on. Y'all can do the like, comment, subscriptions, and all that other good important business to help me, like always, keep YouTube on the outside. So while we smoking, drinking, chilling, and doing whatever we do on our smoke breaks, they not in their business. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all because y'all been going crazy. So let me get the screen share for you. Let me get the screen share for the people. Here we go. Pull this music down just a skosh. So this is ReedMySole. We're gonna check this out. Like I said, he adds an interesting perspective when it comes to the Clips and Pharrell's how he is viewed when it comes to the Clips overall. Let's proceed.
Have that third group member. When they have that third band member behind them ones and twos, they are unstoppable, and it has been proven yet again. Where I got this concept and what I got this idea from is when I was crafting this tweet here. In this tweet, I said, standing ovation to P, Malice, and Pusha. What we all experienced yesterday was nothing short of magical. 24 hours felt like a week. Months of building up paid off so well, it felt like hip-hop reparation. It was deeper than just an album. I say we make July 11th National Clips Day, and I still stand by that, man. What Clips did throughout this few months and delivering on Let God Sort Them Out was nothing short of magical. I still am in like this hip hop heaven. I feel as though I reconnected with a lost ancestor. That sauce or that thing that you've been missing, but you don't know how to explain it.
Look at me post Armageddon, walking with my dog, I am legend.
Finally come.
If that ain't one of the best beats I heard all year, I don't know what is. That gotta be one of the best beats I've heard. I love it. Like the tempo perfect. That whatever that I love that beat.
Comes back and you like, this is the one. Yes, like yes, that Leo thing. In the tweet, it says standing ovation to P, Malice, and Pusha. But in the picture, I have just Malice and Pusha, and it really started making me think, like, damn, like P is an artist. I automatically started thinking about like Run DMC and how way back in the early days, a rap group definitely had the DJ in it. Justin Hunt's album that got him into hip hop is He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper by Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Jazzy Jeff ain't say not a word on them things. And he probably did if he did. I gotta go listen to that again. I remember I did an all like 80s listen through through of all like the 80s classical albums you had to listen to. But he really wasn't rapping like that. Why can't Pharrell be technically a member when he's singing on some of it, he's producing on some of it? He might be doing most of the work to make the project. You get what I'm saying? Doing the engineering, the mix, the mastering, all of that good stuff. Pretty sure there's somebody engineering, mastering, but I'm pretty sure Pharrell is in there cooking them beats up, coming up with them hooks, coming up with them concepts. He's putting in the work just as much, if not more, than other group members. Why can't he technically be considered a group? Pharrell was going to be a part of a group called Child Rebel Soldier with Lupe, Kanye, Pharrell. That was going to be a thing.
From the CRS, LOL, and that you haters. Mr. West, turn that new Child Rebel. Yes, the Enzo is still black like Sojourner.
Pharrell is an artist. Look at it. Pharrell solely produced Let God Sort Him Out by himself. Now, historically, somebody right now is probably like, how y'all forgetting Chad? How y'all forgetting about the Neptunes? They did their albums. Well, if you look at it, the Clips have 4 studio albums. 2002, Lord Willing, which was produced by the Neptune, Chad and Pharrell, right? Then you have Hell Have No Fury, which Pharrell is accredited to have been producing Hell Have No Fury completely alone. He was featured on 2 different tracks, like an actual he was featured there, and then he provided vocals for 5 different tracks on Hell Have No Fury. So from the beginning, he's been putting in that work. But hold on, we got another album till the Casket drop. Their last album before the one that they released just this weekend. It was actually produced by the Neptunes and other people. Let me do the numbers actually. So out of 8 projects, Pharrell has solely produced 2 of them by himself. And if he is included with the Neptunes, you can add those in. He did Hell Have No Fury by himself, Let God Sort Him Out by himself. Then you got Till the Classic Drop, which he was featured on. He was a producer on, wasn't by himself, but he was there, so that counts. And of course you have the Re-Up Gang stuff. The Neptunes didn't produce for that. I think the Neptunes produced for Volume 1, We Got It for Cheap, but Volume 2 was DJ Drama. Yeah, Volume 1 and Volume 2 was produced by the Neptunes of We Got It for Cheap, and the third one was produced by DJ Drama. Pharrell has been with them at every album they had. I don't know what he did on the DJ Drama produced one, but I'm pretty sure that was just more so probably DJ Drama just screaming in the background, but who knows? If I look at it, Pharrell has been the only sole producer multiple times on a Clips project, and he's always featured. He's always on the hook. He's always on the chorus.
Y'all get the gist, right? He making his point. So much so, I changed my video. He's making a hellified point. So why don't we give Pharrell more credit? Why don't we give Pharrell more credit? All this great music comes when you get this combination of Malice or no Malice, Pusha T, and Pharrell. When has that ever failed us? Like Dumpster Fire failed. I give you a minute. I gotta get the lighter. It hasn't. Like I said, he went further with the idea that I initially did. And shout out to ReedMySole. Because my argument was simply going to be about giving him his just due as a producer. This man has handed out a lot of hits. And I feel like that's kind of getting glossed over a little bit. So I figured everybody one time should be able to pop their shit, so to speak. When people count you out, don't give you credit for the things that you've done, at some point you gotta be able to have that moment to where, like, you said, yeah, then what? Pharrell had his moment. I'm gonna share it with you real quick. I'm gonna share it with you real quick. Courtesy of Complex. I'm sure plenty of y'all have seen this. It's the very beginning that I love. We're not about to watch the whole thing. We're gonna catch this very beginning. Just to see Pharrell pop off. Is talk his 1-2 real quick. Cause he earned it. He earned it 10 times over.
This is Virginia. This is like really Virginia. We're not from New York. We love New York. We're not from LA. We love LA. We love Chicago. We love everywhere. Virginia is just really different. And I might not be a shooter. I'm Mario Puzo. I make the music that I know the gangsters want to listen to. I understand. I know how to do this shit.
I just wanted to give him a chance to pop off. That was from Complex. You don't want to watch that whole interview though. I'm gonna link it in the description anyway. It's a dope interview. It's a dope interview. It's probably the better interview. Actually, if you haven't heard the album yet, don't go listen to the album. Watch the interview because you get to watch them in real time react to the song. They explain why this person took this or why this was the explanation right after hearing the song actually helps. It helped me with that. Was it POV I think they went through, and it helped me understand it a little bit better. But back to Reed's question, because he's on to something. Yeah, he used the perfect example. Run DMC. There was always a DJ. He said nothing or next to nothing, but he carried the sound. You know what I'm saying? He kept everything. The DJ keeps everything on track. He's like the conductor of the band. One man, one sound, right? So, Reed, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, young bull, because hey, I never thought about looking at it from that lens until I saw this video. So what do y'all think? Is Reed on to something? Should we really look at them as a trio more so than a duo? Because even if he doesn't say anything on all the tracks, he's touching all of them pretty much for the most part via production. So that kind of, I mean, if he's still inclusive into the work, why not just say this is the greatest trio that we've ever saw? I mean, with NWA, who was the DJ? Was it Rhea? Whatever. There was a DJ though. He was a part of it. He was inclusive into the group. They included the producer because, I mean, so when did the rule change? I think, hey, Reed might be on to something, bro. Hey, he might be on to something. I'm gonna have to ponder this one. That's a good question. I'm hoping Rap Latte picked that up from Reed and they debate it. It's a dope topic. And it got me baffled. I'm stuck now. Cause looking at it through the lens that he framed it, how could you ever really like discount it? Outside of one album, from a production standpoint, one album went somewhere else production wise. Ain't no telling if he didn't have some kind of hand in on that one. It could have been like it was just less of a hand. I'm trying to think this out in real time with y'all and smoke. I'm trying some new weed, so I'm trying to see how it make me feel, other than thirsty all the time. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's gonna be the question. How about we do 2 questions? I always try to do 2 questions. Question one. Just from a production standpoint, would you consider Pharrell as a super producer? Like that creme de la creme. Do you feel like he's that one where you just know if I come to you, I'm getting me a smash? And 2, should Pharrell actually just be viewed as a member of the Clips not just being Pusha T and No Malice? You say Clips, should it be inclusive of Pharrell? Those are gonna be our 2. That's gonna be our 2. I was supposed to look up some Drake nonsense for us to laugh at. I did it earlier on an earlier episode, so I'm leaving it alone. This might be the quickest late episode we might have had. It was kind of a little straightforward conversation I just wanted to have with y'all. I wish if I can get this internet speeds where I need it to be so I could stream and hold a 4K image. I can't wait because I really want to do this live. I'm more enthused about your answers when it comes to the first question from a producer standpoint, because I'm just thinking of some of the people I would think of as super producers where I know I'm getting, like Dre. I think Dr. Dre is a super producer. I think Pharrell's a super producer. Somebody I don't think people will think of, but I do, is Babyface. I believe he's a super producer. I think I can't believe I'm blanking on it. DJ Mustard. I think he's on the path of being a super producer. We see him do a couple more versatile things, not specifically West Coast related, and really test his limits with sounds. I'm curious of how he handles that. He got it though, and he got the push right now. He got enough juice from what he did with Kendrick to where he can afford one maybe 2 good. I don't know what's up with that before people start to question him. So he could play around with at least 1 or 2 projects with somebody. I'm hoping we get that. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something like that this year. Like I said, he got the juice to do it. Like, who else would y'all consider super producers right now, current? Is The Alchemist a super producer? Like, you know what you gonna get with The Alchemist. Like that gritty, everything's in black and white. There's misery somewhere type of vibe. Let me know. You want to name off some super producers, you know what I'm saying? Ring them off. I want my having a conversation in the comments about super producers either, because it kind of depends on the area. Like, every region got a sound. We're going back to regional sound, so maybe that'll raise the importance of DJs and producers, because I think we kind of push the DJs and the producers to the back burner for these streamers, and they've been dictating music and the ebbs and flows of music. So hopefully we're about to get the ties to change as far as that goes, because the DJs and the producers should have more importance than what they're having right now. And I think that's why we're having so many arguments about production and who's getting paid or not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something like behind the scenes that gets adjusted in the proper form or fashion. But you know what I'm saying? That's all I got for y'all. That was a cool little smoke break. I made it through most of it. I'm comfortably high. I don't know. At least I feel like I am. We'll see. I'm Oops the Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Appreciate y'all pulling up for another smoke break, and we'll get this chopped up. Like, comment, subscribe. I almost forgot to say that. You know, I gotta say that a couple of times. You know, we gotta keep the people off us while we here talking or whatever about this music. Appreciate y'all.